So hi guys. Actually, there's a. Okay, let me start it in this way. Do you know what differentiates us from like other species? What differentiates us from other species, like from animals?
Your brain.
Yeah. Of course, it's the brain that differentiates us from the rest of the animals, right? From the animals or other species. And I'm just gonna focus on the parts of the human brain today and how it works when we start pitching and selling things to the prospects and customers, right? So let's say this is a human brain, right? This is a human brain, and like human brain consists of three parts, and the first part is like croc brain. The second part is the midbrain, and the third part is the neocortex part. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
I knew you two knew already, but you didn't know that before? Also? Yeah?
I got it.
Yeah, in psychology.
Yeah, the structure.
Yeah. So this is the three parts of the brain, and so do you know how it works? Like each part.
I think the lowest part is for the movement, right?
The lowest part for movement.
Yeah, it's like cerebrum or something like that.
Okay.
Cerebrum.
So
For
actually,
balance.
no.
So it means cerebral capacity.
No, actually, it is not like that. but I'm just gonna tell you, for example, each part is responsible for what, right? So when you start pitching, and try to sell something to customers and prospects, the first part of the brain that receives the message is which part?
With the lowest.
Which part? Which part do you think receives the message that you are sending to the customer, the prospect?
Neocortex?
CROC?
This one?
No.
Oh, midbrain then.
Yeah.
No, this part, the crocodile brain, is the first part that receives the message. Once you start pitching. Yeah, once you start pitching, crocodile brain is the first part that actually receives the message. And what happens is, the crocodile brain is the oldest part of human brain.
Yeah.
Is the oldest part of human
It's
brain.
like instinct.
Sorry?
Like instinct.
Sorry?
Instinct.
Yeah. Okay. It's the oldest part, and also, it has some problems. Crocodile brain, how it functions, it makes a lot of trouble for human beings, which is pretty much common between all of us. And also, my question is, have you ever had any problem, any situation that you required to put a lot of energy and you to learn something, but because it was too detailed, you couldn't, grab the concept because you had to put a lot of energy, and it was like too many details in that concept, you just gave it up.
Yeah, it
Has
happened.
it ever happened to you?
Yeah.
No.
No, because for example, let's say you want to learn something, right? But you think that it requires a lot of energy. It takes too long, and there's a lot of details in it, and then you just give it up.
Yeah, but every time I actually overcame that, it became successful.
No, how about you? Say.
Yeah, of course.
It has happened for you.
Of course,
And
yeah.
You just give it up, right?
Of course.
Okay. So how about you?
Yeah,
guys?
of course. Because I read some very complicated passage
Yeah.
or paragraph, and if I don't understand, maybe I read 2 times. The first time I just wrongly read it, even though I don't understand, but I will just get it through, and then we'll read it the second time, and then we'll more focus.
But it has happened to you, right? Once you, for example, try to grab a
Because
concept.
sometimes it's hard to understand the whole paragraph, so just not to try to understand the whole thing.
Yeah.
Instead, I just
You just gave it up.
Yeah.
You just gave
Pass
it up.
it.
Yeah. So Luke, my question was, for example, when you start reading something and try to learn something new, because that thing requires a lot of energy and there's a lot of details in it,
Yeah.
and because you already know that it's so like painful or something like that, you just give it up.
Yeah.
Has it ever happened to you?
It's like
Yeah, it happens for like
E equal MC squared, right? Those formulas, right?
yeah, exactly. So what I'm trying to say is when we Crocodile, when we send a message to the prospects and to the customers, most of the time, like 90% of the message is discarded.
Yeah.
90% of the message that we send to the prospect is discarded. Why?
What is
Because
why?
discarded. I think
They removed it.
90% of the time, they ignore 90% of your message.
They don't get it.
Yeah, they don't get it or they just ignore.
We go.
Right? Because of the functionality of human, like crocodile brain of the human being.
Coconut.
Crocodile. This is just a short form, croc. Yeah. And so how it functions is like the first part of the brain that receives the message of the customer, right? So the first part is crocodile, right? Because you were absent a little bit, I'm just explaining. So this receives the message, and how it functions is, for example, if something is not interesting, is not exciting, and requires a lot of time to actually grab the concept, it just ignores, right? So that's why the message that we send needs to be as simple as possible. Because if it requires a lot of work, it has a lot of details, it is something complicated, the crocodile brain just passes and just ignores your message.
Yeah, I understand. Very sometimes when I talk to the client seems like they didn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I was, what?
Yeah, exactly. So
What do you want?
yeah, exactly. So because of the fact this is pretty much normal between all of us, right? How our crocodile brain works, right? And for example, how can we surpass crocodile brain in order to talk to the neocortex part of the brain, right? Because neocortex is the part that we make the decision and is also responsible for actually problem solving. The part of the brain that we use to problem solve is called neocortex, right? Neocortex. So one of the ways and solutions to pass the crocodile brain is, do you have any solution, bro?
Just destroy it.
Just destroy it.
That's what I do when I talk. You talk through them.
You talk through them?
Yeah.
In chicken.
So what's your recommendation?
In chicken.
In chick?
In chicken.
In chicken?
In chicken.
What's that?
Like make them curious. In chicken.
Make them curious, yeah, but how?
Make them you ask them questions.
Yeah, let them confused.
Let them confuse, okay. So actually good answer, great answer. But for example, one of the ways that we can pass this problem is that the message should be new and novel. If something is new and novel, it will arouse their curiosity, like you said, and they will pay more attention to your message. Does that make sense, bro? Yeah? So the way, one of the ways is actually your messages should be pretty much new and novel. I'm just going to give you a simple example. Like, for example, imagine we want to. I actually saw a Facebook ad, right? Facebook ad, which had a lot of shares and comments below it, and many people engaged in it, right? Many people engaged in the ad, right? Why? Because it was something completely new, right? It was new and novel, and it was against the conventional wisdom. Do you make conventional wisdom? Conventional wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like
Something that most people believe that it's true, but it's actually not true. You know what I mean? So the Facebook ad that I was seeing was this. As you know, most of us believe that, for example, drinking too much water Drinking water is healthy for our body, and beneficial for us, right? Drinking water. But what the ad said, the headline was this: drinking 6 cups of water is healthy, right? Wrong, because of this, and that. And they brought some like facts, some facts that demonstrated that drinking too much water every day is not actually healthy. Likewise, it's actually dangerous and bad for our body.
Really?
Right? It was like the message was this. That's why it got a lot of engagement, and also many people engaged in the message and ad, right? And these kinds of things, these kinds of new things can get a lot of impression and reaches on social media and Facebook ads, but it applies to our our pitches as well. And once we start talking to the customer and we want them to grab the concept that we are trying to transfer, right? As long as our message is new, chances are they are going to grab the concept and learn, understand what we are saying. So one of the ways is to actually give them a new information to actually surpass the crocodile brand.
Can you put it down?
Can you stop it? Huh?